Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into a story of epic proportions, the Titanic. This isn't just a story about a ship, it's about dreams, aspirations, and the fragility of life. The Titanic, a marvel of engineering, was more than just a ship. It was a floating palace, a symbol of man's triumph over nature. The Titanic story is one of both grandeur and tragedy. We'll explore the intricate details of her construction, the excitement of her maiden voyage, and the heart-wrenching moments of her sinking. A ship of dreams introducing Rose and Jack. Imagine this, a young woman named Rose, trapped by societal expectations, boards the Titanic, her ticket to a life she doesn't desire. Enter Jack, a penniless artist traveling in steerage, full of life, passion, and a thirst for adventure. Jack, with his charm and carefree spirit, opens Rose's eyes to a world she never knew existed. Their love story, pure and intense, unfolds against the backdrop of the Titanic's ill-fated journey. Their romance, born on the decks of the unsinkable ship, becomes a testament to the power of love in the face of unimaginable adversity. A dream of iron and steel. The genesis of the Titanic. The story of the Titanic begins not on the open sea, but in the bustling shipyards of Belfast, Ireland. It was the brainchild of Bruce Ismay, managing director of the White Star Line, who envisioned a fleet of ocean liners that would outclass all others. Ismay partnered with the renowned shipbuilding firm Harland & Wolff, known for their exceptional craftsmanship and innovative designs. The keel of the Titanic was laid down on March 31st, 1909, in the massive dry dock of Harland & Wolff's shipyard. Over 3,000 men, skilled shipbuilders, riveters, and craftsmen toiled tirelessly to bring this colossal vessel to life. Belfast's behemoth, constructing a giant. The scale of the Titanic's construction was simply staggering. The ship measured 882 feet and 9 inches in length, longer than 3 football fields laid end to end. The Titanic's massive engines, powered by coal-burning boilers, generated an immense amount of power, propelling the ship to a speed of up to 24 knots. Lavish dining rooms, elegant smoking rooms, a swimming pool, a gymnasium, and even a squash court were meticulously crafted. Luxury unparalleled, the opulence within. The Titanic was designed to cater to 3 classes of passengers, each with its own distinct areas and amenities. First-class passengers enjoyed the epitome of luxury, with accommodations ranging from comfortable cabins to opulent suites. Second-class passengers enjoyed a comfortable and spacious environment with well-appointed cabins, a library, and a dedicated dining saloon. Third-class passengers, while traveling in the most basic accommodations, were not forgotten, with clean and comfortable quarters. The pride of Harland & Wolff, ready to set sail. After more than 2 years of tireless work, the Titanic was ready. On May 31st, 1911, the massive vessel was christened and launched into the River Lagan. Final outfitting and sea trials were conducted over the next several months. The Titanic, a floating palace, a marvel of engineering, and the largest ship ever built, was about to embark on its maiden voyage. A grand departure, Southampton bids farewell. The morning of April 10, 1912, dawned bright and clear over the bustling port of Southampton, England. The world's largest ship, the RMS Titanic, stood majestically at berth, ready to embark on her maiden voyage to New York City. Crowds gathered on the docks, waving farewell to loved ones, their faces a mixture of excitement and apprehension. As the final whistle blew, a hush fell over the crowd. Slowly, majestically, the Titanic slipped her moorings, her massive propellers churning the water. Life aboard the Titanic was a study in contrasts. For the first-class passengers, it was a world of unparalleled luxury and indulgence. Days were spent promenading on the expensive decks, enjoying lavish meals, attending concerts, and socializing in opulent lounges. In contrast, life for the third-class passengers was more modest, but far from unpleasant. Yet, despite the differences in social standing and accommodations, a sense of shared excitement and anticipation united the passengers. Amidst the grandeur and spectacle of the Titanic's maiden voyage, a chance encounter blossomed into a love story for the ages. Rose DeWitt Bukater, a young woman from a privileged but suffocating background, found herself drawn to Jack Dawson, a penniless artist traveling in steerage. Their worlds, ordinarily separated by societal barriers, collided on the decks of the Titanic. Jack, with his infectious enthusiasm and zest for life, opened Rose's eyes to a world beyond the confines of her gilded cage. They danced under the stars, shared their dreams and aspirations, and found solace in each other's arms. The days melted away as the Titanic steamed westward, leaving behind the shores of Europe and venturing into the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. The weather remained fair, the seas calm, and the ship, a beacon of light and luxury, cut through the water with effortless grace. First-class passengers indulged in deck games, attended afternoon tea parties, and marveled at the latest fashions. Evenings brought elegant dinners, lively music, and dancing in the Grand Saloon. Unbeknownst to the passengers and crew, however, danger lurked beneath the surface of the tranquil sea. As the Titanic steamed westward, her passengers and crew were lulled into a false sense of security by the calm seas and clear skies. The date was April 14th, 1912, and the ship was nearing the end of her journey across the Atlantic. In the crow's nest, high above the deck, lookouts Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee strained their eyes against the darkness. At 11:40 p.m., ship's time, Fleet spotted something in the distance, a faint shimmering on the horizon that didn't belong. It was an iceberg, a massive wall of ice, its jagged peak reaching high above the waterline. "Iceberg, right ahead," Fleet shouted, his voice echoing through the stillness of the night. First Officer Murdoch, the officer in charge on the bridge, reacted swiftly. "Hard a starboard," he ordered, attempting to steer the massive ship away from the looming iceberg. The ship's engines roared as they were thrown into reverse, but the Titanic, a behemoth of steel, was slow to respond. With a sickening crunch that reverberated through the Titanic's steel hull, the ship grazed the iceberg along its starboard side. The Titanic, mortally wounded, began to take on water, its fate sealed by a single fateful encounter. The initial impact was felt by few aboard the Titanic. On the bridge, however, the gravity of the situation was becoming horrifyingly clear. Water was pouring into the ship's forward compartments at an alarming rate. Captain Smith, alerted to the collision, rushed to the bridge, his face etched with concern as he assessed the damage reports. The Titanic, touted as unsinkable, was taking on water, its fate hanging precariously in the balance. Section 4. Women and Children. First, the lifeboats depart. As the Titanic began to list noticeably to starboard, Captain Smith made the agonizing decision to order the lifeboats to be uncovered and prepared for launching. The ship's distress rockets soared into the night sky, desperate pleas for help that painted streaks of light against the darkness. The order was given: women and children first. A sense of panic, though initially subdued, began to ripple through the crowd as the gravity of the situation became undeniable. Mothers clutched their children tightly, their faces a mixture of fear and determination. The first lifeboats, primarily occupied by women and children from first and second class, were lowered into the dark water. Many passengers, still clinging to the belief that the Titanic was unsinkable, were reluctant to leave the seemingly secure ship for the uncertainty of a lifeboat. As the Titanic continued to sink lower in the water, the scene on deck became increasingly chaotic. The band played on, their music a source of comfort amidst the growing panic. Men, their faces etched with fear and resignation, bid farewell to loved ones, their voices lost in the cacophony of shouts and screams. A night of terror, love, and sacrifice on the sinking ship. As the Titanic began its slow descent, the full horror gripped the souls aboard. The ship, now illuminated by distress flares, became a stage for acts of terror and heroism. For Rose and Jack, their love story faced the ultimate test of survival. The lifeboats, tragically inadequate, were filling rapidly. Chaos reigned as the realization dawned that not all would escape. Jack, calm amidst the panic, guided Rose through the throngs. Yet, societal rules held third-class passengers below decks. Rose refused to leave Jack's side. "You jump, I jump," she declared, her voice trembling. The band played on, their melodies tinged with somber beauty. Time slipped away with the agonizing slowness of the sinking ship. "I'll never let go, Jack," a promise sealed in tragedy. The Titanic's stern rose higher out of the water. Lifeboats drifted away, their occupants rowing frantically. Jack found a piece of driftwood barely large enough for Rose. He helped her onto it, knowing there wasn't enough room for both. "Promise me you'll survive," he pleaded. "I promise," she whispered back. The Titanic plunged beneath the waves, taking over 1,500 souls. Rose watched in horror as Jack disappeared beneath the surface. The night stretched on, an eternity of cold and darkness. Rose, adrift on the makeshift raft, her body numb, her spirit broken, clung to life, fueled by the memory of Jack's love and the promise she had made. Around her, the cries of those lost in the icy water slowly faded, replaced by an eerie silence broken only by the sound of the wind and waves. Then, in the distance, a glimmer of hope. A light cut through the darkness, growing brighter with each passing moment. The RMS Carpathia, responding to the Titanic's distress calls, had arrived to search for survivors. As the Carpathia's searchlights swept across the wreckage-strewn water, Rose, her voice hoarse from screaming, managed to signal for help. She was pulled aboard the Carpathia, her body racked with cold and exhaustion, her mind still reeling from the horrors she had witnessed. As she lay wrapped in blankets, surrounded by other survivors, the full weight of her loss washed over her. Jack, her love, her savior, was gone, his sacrifice etched forever in her memory. The Carpathia, filled with the survivors of the unthinkable tragedy, steamed towards New York, carrying with it not just the living, but the stories of those lost, their memories a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of love. The sinking of the Titanic sent shockwaves around the world. Newspapers printed headlines of disbelief, their pages filled with tales of heroism and heartbreaking loss. The unsinkable ship, a symbol of human ambition and technological prowess, lay shattered on the ocean floor, a poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of fate. Rose, true to her promise to Jack, survived. She lived a long life, carrying the memory of her love and the tragedy that had forever altered her destiny. The story of Rose and Jack, though fictional, captured the hearts of millions, their love transcending the boundaries of time and tragedy. The Titanic's legacy endures, not just as a cautionary tale of hubris and human error, but as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the power of love, and the importance of remembrance. The stories of those who lived and those who perished on that fateful night continue to resonate, reminding us that every life is precious, every moment a gift. The Titanic, once a symbol of human ambition, now rests silently on the ocean floor, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of fate. The tragic events of April 15, 1912 sent shockwaves across the world, forever altering our perception of the sea and our place within its vast embrace. Over a century later, the Titanic story continues to fascinate and haunt us. It serves as a stark reminder that even in the face of technological advancement, we are not immune to the forces of nature. The unsinkable ship, a testament to human ingenuity, met its match in the unforgiving chill of the North Atlantic. Yet, from the depths of this tragedy emerged stories of courage, selflessness, and enduring love. The band, playing on as the ship sank, their music a soothing balm amidst the chaos. The men stepping aside to allow women and children onto lifeboats, their sacrifice etched in the annals of history. And Rose and Jack, their fictional love story a beacon of hope amidst the darkness, reminding us of the enduring power of the human spirit. The Titanic's legacy is multifaceted, a tapestry woven from threads of tragedy, heroism, and enduring human connection. It compels us to confront our own mortality, to cherish those we love, and to approach the world with a sense of humility, recognizing that even in the face of great achievement, we are but passengers on a journey fraught with both wonder and peril. The story of the Titanic is not confined to the pages of history books or the flickering images of film. It's a story that continues to unfold as researchers and explorers delve deeper into the ship's wreckage, uncovering new insights into the events of that fateful night. Museums and exhibitions around the world offer glimpses into the Titanic's opulent past, showcasing recovered artifacts, personal stories of passengers and crew, and interactive exhibits that bring the ship's history to life. From the poignant displays of passengers' belongings to the haunting reconstructions of the ship's interior, these exhibits offer a tangible connection to a bygone era. The Titanic story is a wellspring of inspiration for artists, writers, and musicians. From James Cameron's epic film Titanic to countless books, documentaries, and musical compositions, the ship's legacy continues to inspire and captivate audiences worldwide. We encourage you to delve deeper into the Titanic story, to explore the historical accounts, the personal narratives, and the artistic interpretations that have kept this tragic tale alive for generations. Subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from history, and don't forget to like and share this video with your fellow history enthusiasts. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the past.